So one common mistake in the essay is a lack of appreciation for the entirety of the Penn curriculum. As a Penn undergrad, you can take courses across all four undergraduate schools, and some students don't really acknowledge the uniqueness of this kind of flexibility and breadth, where you can focus on one area extremely in depth, but still have the latitude to explore interests, hobbies, and take fun electives. So it's something that's very unique, something that Penn prides itself on. And while you don't want to write an entire essay about it, completely ignoring the fact that Penn offers such an awesome, diverse curriculum might show that you're a little bit out of touch with the Penn academic setting. Another mistake I see a lot is the fact that students fresh out of AP Lit, AP Lang, or the regular English class seem to write an essay that is a little bit more like a history or English essay with a thesis and kind of a repetition of the thesis as the conclusion. And that's not what you want to write here. You want to think of it more as a story and think of your favorite movie. Within the first 10 minutes, the introduction, is the ending revealed? No. Maybe there's a foreshadowing to what the ending might be, but is it revealed in the first 10 minutes, almost verbatim, what the last 10 minutes is? No. So you want to write a story. You want to reveal kind of the ending of your own narrative story at the end of your essay. So write creatively to prepare for the essays, your application essays to Penn, and write some short stories, begin to read more stories, and then it'll get you out of the mindset of coming up with a thesis as to why you should be admitted to Penn, which, if you're reading a lot of essays in the admissions office, and they're all boring theses about why I, John Adams Jr., should be admitted to Penn in 5 bullets. Next, it's going to be boring. You're going to think this person's uptight, and Penn's pretty laid back, especially the admissions office. So write an awesome story. Definitely write an awesome story. Another mistake would be talking about Ben Franklin, giving Ben Franklin's life too much of a place in your essay. Ben Franklin is not applying to Penn. You are applying to Penn. And sometimes Penn can even be a little tricky with this. They might want you to analyze a Ben Franklin quotation. Ben Franklin might have some kind of role in the prompt, the essay prompt. So you might think that you need to recite what Ben did in his early years, how he developed as a person, and spend about half your essay talking about Ben Franklin, when in fact any kind of prompt should only be used as a starting point, a jumping off point. You want to make sure in your essays that you talk about Penn inside the classroom, Penn outside the classroom, and do so somewhat creatively, somewhat narratively. Reference that how in high school you did something and how Penn will allow you to further your interest in something, or how Penn will allow you to explore a completely new interest that recently was created because of some experience you've had. That works really, really well. You want to tie together what you did in high school. Listen, what you did in high school is already in other places of your application, so you want to tie that to how Penn will allow you to further your goals. You don't want to just simply talk about everything you did in high school. That kind of sounds like a thesis as to why you should get in. Instead, you want to be a little bit more creative with it, and be a little bit more creative in your essays in general, I would say, as opposed to the interview, which you want to play pretty safe. In the essays, in your own writing portions, a lot of people are incredibly boring, so as long as you're not weird, as long as it works, have people read it. If it's creative and is horrible, 9 out of 10 people say it's horrible, you don't want to chance it, but don't be afraid to be a little bit more creative. You have a little bit of flexibility in your essays to tell your story the way you want to tell your story.